Okay, guys, I have had a lot of people ask a lot of questions about these two bikes here, and I figured the best thing to do would be just to make a video, clear everything up, send a copy of it to everyone who was interested in it. So here's the deal. So it's original 87. I bought it from the original owner as a husband and wife pair. So this was the wife bike. That was the husband's bike. They're lovingly named Bleep and Bloop. So I've had the bikes a couple years. I picked them up out in Eastern Oregon. So from the high desert area out there. The bike was primarily 100% stock. There's just a handful of things. The things that have been replaced out of necessity, or safety, or to make the bike viable to ride. The cases have never been apart. Thing like that. Original bore, original heads. So as far as this goes here, the reed valves have been replaced. The top of the throttle caps, that is not original. The bikes did not have that on there for whatever reason. The original would have been like a titanium nitride kind of colored. Overflows have been replaced with new lines, of course. The covers have been replaced. Looks like someone did some touch-up work on the cover there at one point in time. These covers here have been replaced. The originals are there. The rear brake reservoir is not factory to the bike. That is a OEM replacement from Yamaha. This was the original here. You can see it's got a little bit of crazing. I didn't want to take a chance of having that dump brake fluid all over the original frame paint, anything like that. Obviously exhaust original, radiator suspension, bolts, everything like that. Front tires appear to be correct. Looks like the date code on those is 86. Rear tires are not correct for the bike. These are the ones that I got with the bike, so I don't have a lot of information as to what happened to those. Plastics, I have not done any work to the plastics, so I have not wet sanded them. I haven't even cleaned the rest of the ATV sticker off the front there. The front plastics, there's a crack right there. Original hardware throughout the bike, everything like that. No cuts on those. Everything appears to be factory. It looks like, yeah, it still looks pretty factory right there. The other bike had the front ones clearanced a little bit for the T5s. Coming around to the other side, everything stock back here, stock exhaust, stock shocks. Like I said, I haven't done any paint detail, anything on that. Original e-brake, everything like that. Original carriers, original seat. The seat has a rip here in the back. I don't know if that could be mended or not. The foam looks pretty decent underneath. I do have a replacement aftermarket red seat cover that is the correct cut for the 87-88 seat profile. Here it is installed on the other 87. Super cool. We got an Oregon ATV original permit from July of 88, and then you've got a 2025 permit. Lots of original hardware, original screws. Like I said, I haven't done any wet sanding, any detailing, any polishing on the plastics. Original lights, correct grill guards there. Plastic is all correct and original, the best I can tell. It even has your 20-to-1 mix sticker there. The forward control here, this was replaced with the Vito's unit. The original one is included. It's down there. So anything that I took off personally for the bike, the originals of those components are right there. So boots, reed valves, rear reservoir, switch, and covers. So all that stuff is the original OEM stuff. I replaced with OEM wherever possible. This is a Vito's here, which levers, brake controls, key switch. Best I can tell, all the hardware, obviously the grips aren't original, but all the hardware I can tell is Japanese industrial standard screws. I don't see any aftermarket stuff. Petcock, I replaced that because the other one was rotted out. It is included, the original one. This carburetor on here, I do not believe to be the original correct one for the bike. And the reason why I say that, if you look really close up top, it has a Mikuni script on it. I think the early one, so the one on the opposite side, has MIC, the M-I-C block letter printing on it. I don't know the answer to that. That is beyond my knowledge of what I know about this type of stuff. But I did not replace the carb. That's exactly the way that I got it. It's correct there. I did replace that in there with a billet cover, because the original white plastic thing was cracked. Other than that, I mean, it is pretty correct and original for an unrestored bike. Like I said, I haven't done any detailing to clean up the paint work or anything like that. You know, get original on there. Let's see, I'll pull the cover. The only part that I would say is missing off the box, or off the bike, or what I would say would not be correct. At one point, someone did install a ProFlow filter adapter, and I do not have the lid. You have the original awful 1987 Tours with the plastic knobs. You know, gas tank is, I mean, everything is as it should be. I mean, the crossover tube looks original. So the only thing that I can see that's missing is this cover. I never received it when I got the bike. Other than that, sorry for the dust on the bike. I just pulled it out of storage because wasn't quite prepared, because I didn't realize I was going to have quite an overwhelming response to the thing. Right now the fuel's drained out of the bike. I ran it about 2 seasons ago. You know, to be honest, the idle left much to be desired. The bike has plenty of compression, everything like that. The Tour system's kind of a tricky one, because normally my instinct is to take that off of the bikes. So the idle was never really great. It was a little low on mid-up range power, but this would have to be tuned by someone. If you wanted to make it a perfect runner rider, you'd have to have it tuned by someone who's really familiar with the Tour system, or save these carbs, put a set of OEM stalkers that are off of a newer bike or something like that back on it, to allow you to have kind of that better level of performance. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. So I'm going to send this off to about a dozen of you. Feel free to reach out with any sort of questions, anything you might have to add, or anything that you want specific pictures of. And then I'm going to send some. You guys might get, even if you're not interested in another bike, you might end up getting emails of that one too, just to keep it easier. There is one ding right there in the front fender. You can see there's some stuff on the plastics here, but in my experience, with some time, you can make these vintage plastics shine up pretty darn good. Like I said, the only thing that I see that's a crack through is there. There's remnants of the old stickers there. There's some scuffs here from boot scuffs, but they're all in the surface. There's nothing even deep that I can pick up with a fingernail. So I think the plastics would polish out pretty solid, but I kind of left it in original form, just enough where I could have it running and riding, have a little fun with it. I took it out one time, but for the most part, I ride the other one. I've got this one set up for me with a twist throttle and stuff like that, and I've got it jetted and some pods on it. And this is a little bit more. This is my favorite bike to ride as far as the vintage ones go. So, well, I hope you like this video. I'm going to send it out to everyone. If you have any questions, just reach out and let me know. All right, bye.